So about a year ago, my roommate and I had this housewarming party, and we invited all of our friends and we themed it around the world. For those of you who don't know what an around the world party is, it's a party where the guests were randomly assigned to a country. They were asked to bring food or a drink associated with that country. As it happened, Eddie and I got Jamaica. So I really wanted to embody Jamaican flavors and the Caribbean. And with those flavors comes smokiness, spiciness, even a little bit of tang. So I decided to go with a Jamaican jerk chicken. And oh my goodness, was it a crowd pleaser. It went over so well. So I'm really excited to be able to share with you this recipe today. And hopefully you can bring it to your next around the world party. To begin this recipe, we are going to start off with the marinade. The marinade is the most important part of this recipe to make sure you get all of those awesome flavors incorporated into the chicken. To start off this recipe, we are going to cut and cube some ginger and grate it into a bowl. We really want to release all of those awesome spicy, tangy flavors of the ginger, and it'll really come through with our sauce. Next, we're going to take some garlic and do the same thing. We're going to remove the skin, and we are going to grate it in the same bowl as the ginger. For this recipe, I used about 4 large cloves of garlic. You can add more or less depending on your taste preference. We are next going to add the heat element. For this recipe, I used 2 serranos and a habanero. I cut the serranos horizontally and took the seeds out. Add the seeds if you want an extra kick, but since I made it for a party, I decided to go a little safe and not have as much heat. Then I cut 2 habaneros, and I cut the tops off because you can see here, these are where the seeds are. So as long as I cut those tops off, I can put the rest of the habanero into the bowl. After we have all of our fresh ingredients into the bowl, we're going to add the liquid portion of the marinade. We are going to add soy sauce. I added about a cup of soy sauce. Once you have all of your fresh ingredients together in the bowl, give a little mix and we're going to add our dry spices. These dry spices are going to really bring out those Caribbean flavors and give us the smokiness and the heat that we're looking for. For our dry spices, we are going to start off with ground red pepper, chili powder, red pepper flakes, celery salt, Chinese 5-spice, and it's really important that you add the most of this spice. It's really going to give that marinade that perfect jerk flavor. A little paprika, coriander, and a stir. To finish off our sauce, we are going to add some acidity with a squeeze of lime. And that's it, you have all the ingredients for this perfect marinade. Now if you want to, you can put this marinade straight into a bag with the chicken and let it sit. I, however, really wanted to incorporate all of those flavors, so I decided to blend it. I added a little bit of water, about half a cup, to the marinade in the bowl, and I put it in the blender. We're really trying to break up those hot peppers, mix in those nice dry spices, and incorporate the ginger and garlic we added earlier. So this recipe has the sauce mostly for the marinade of the chicken. You can make as much or as little of this sauce as you want, depending on how strong you want the jerk flavor of your chicken. Eddie, for example, loves it when I make a little bit of extra so he can drizzle it on the top of his chicken after it's finished cooking. Once your sauce is blended, it's going to look like this. Now it's chicken time. I put drumsticks and thighs into a Ziploc bag, and I broke it out into 2 bags because I had quite a bit of chicken here. We're going to pour our marinade over the chicken, and we can let that sit anywhere from 2 hours to overnight. Just remember, the longer you marinate the chicken, the deeper the flavor will seep into the chicken. Now I broke the marinade into thirds. I took a little bit to the side to save for the very end, and then I broke up the rest of it into each bag. You're going to massage the chicken, really get that sauce and marinade under the skin of the chicken, and let it sit for a while. I decided to use chicken with skin on because I really wanted that crispy skin when you get it right off that grill. Once I'm done marinating the chicken, I'm going to set it into the refrigerator and I will come back a little later. After hours of marinating, it's time to take the chicken out of the bag and to the grill. Now it's grilling time. This is my favorite part. For my chicken, I grilled it at a medium to low heat. You don't want the outside of the chicken to burn before the inside of the chicken cooks. I had my grill set at about 300 to 350 degrees. turned my chicken a couple of times, but really you don't want to flip it too many times. The more you flip it, the drier it gets. After about 20 minutes of cooking on the grill, I took my chicken off and brought it back up to the kitchen. And boy, did it smell amazing. Here you have the most perfect and juicy jerk chicken. And to finish it off, I saved some of the marinade from earlier and I drizzled just a little bit on top. It adds the perfect amount of smokiness and spice, and then you get that nice acidic aftertaste. It is truly remarkable and is something that all of your friends and family are going to gobble up. I hope you really enjoyed this recipe and thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and find us on social media at Sauced Up Foods. Stay tuned for the next episode and we'll see you soon.